You must be my patient. Well, nice to meet you. I'm Dr. V, and I'm your hand specialist. Yeah, I know. It's a kind of a very unusual specialization to choose, but what can I say? I love hands. Well, yeah, don't worry. So, if I'm correct, today you booked a hand exam. Okay, perfect. And you also specifically asked to learn more about uh, palm reflexology. Am I correct? Wonderful. Yeah, it's unusual because usually people know more about plantar reflexologies, and they are not really interested in palm reflexology, but it's actually a very interesting topic, and I can't wait to tell you everything about it. Okay, so is this your first experience with palm reflexology? Okay, so once you had a massage, that is very similar to what we're gonna do today, because I'm going to put some creams on your hands. I'm going to examine your hands to check your general health, starting from your nails and your fingers, and then I will explain to you how palmar reflexology in general is a technique that has been invented a long time ago in Vietnam, and its purpose is to try and heal different parts of our body by massaging other parts. So, for example, the most common, as I told you before, is the plantar reflexology. There are different parts under the plant of your foot that, when massaged, correspond to tissues or organs of your body. And we have the same principle for the palm of your hands and for your face. That's also why sometimes when there are some redness or something is swollen, that may, of course, may be connected to some issues in your body. Okay, so it's actually have a two-way door, because you can see if there is something going wrong on the inside, and you can try and prevent by massaging. Of course, it's actually a theory, and even if there are a lot of strong evidence, it's not specifically medically, but it has been proven to be a way of healing your body in a simple and even very relaxing way. Okay, wonderful. I'll just have to ask you really a few questions. I already have all your graphics here. Do you have any allergies? I am asking because, of course, I'm going to use some cream on your hands, and we want it to be as easy as that. Okay, perfect. Very good. And do you have any medical conditions that I should be aware of? Are you under the effect of any medications and I should be aware of that? Okay, perfect. Yeah, it's absolutely fine. Okay. So please sit down. I'll be back in a minute and we will start our explanation and examination. Okay, here we are. Is this your first hand examination? Yeah, you told me that before, I'm sorry. But it's very common for it to be your first hand examination, because usually people, unless there is something very, very specific, don't get an examination. Okay, so first of all, I'll ask you to remove your ring, please. Thank you. And to sanitize your hands. No, you can keep that. We're actually examining your hands, so it can stay. I know this is maybe there you go. Okay. So I'll start by examining your hands. Okay, as soon as you're done. Perfect. So from your hands, I can already see that you have a very healthy life, because there are not wrinkles or anything. I know that you're very young, but sometimes consumption of alcohol can be reflected in your hands, and from the health of your nails. And I may assume that you don't smoke, right? You don't. Great, 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 great. I can see that you have a balanced diet. There are no little dots indicating need for extra calcium. That's very good, and I can say that your hands are in general health. That's very good. So now we will start with your reflexology explanation. I'll use this cream. It's just nice and rich hand cream, and it's allergic and it doesn't have a smell. It's actually a bit rich, I have to say that, so you may feel it on your hands for a while even after our examination is done. But that's because while explaining reflexology to you, I'm going to massage your hands a lot, and we need them to be full of cream. Okay, wonderful. So reflexology doesn't need any specific instruments. You may just need something to use to help you massage. I will use the back of this brush just because it's very simple, but you can use the back of a pencil that is flat, a bit rounded. It's actually the best. It's just to be more precise when massaging. As you can see, it's something you can do whenever you need it, even if you're not at home. It's actually very easy. Usually we love to highlight the areas that I'm going to explain to you with a marker or a pencil, but as you have to go to work later, we don't want to leave you with any funny markings that may cause some questions. Okay, so first of all, we have head, brain, and sinuses, and these are located in the tip of your fingers. Usually what we do, there are two different ways in which we can practice palm reflexology. One is simply by massaging 10 times round every single tip of your hands, and right now we will use just one hand, but usually you should do that on both of your hands. And you don't have to be too soft, not even too firm, just the nice middle ground. Here you go. 8, 9, and 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So from what I can see here, your fingertips are in very good health, and that means that also your brain and sinuses are in good health. Of course, as I told you before, this isn't an exact science at all, but it can help us. The other technique that may be used, as I told you before, is with a slightly harder instrument, and we will do this for the eyes. The eyes are located in our index and middle finger here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. These were your eyes, and now we will do your ears that are located here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And now we will do your heart and throat. These are very specific points, and that's why we will use the tip, because they may be a bit more difficult to be massaged by using your fingers. So your heart is located here, and your throat is located exactly here, where the finger connects to the palm. So here we go with your heart. And here we go with your throat. And just here we have your thyroid. And maybe this one is easier to be massaged with your fingers. And here there is your pancreas. And you couldn't imagine how many conditions are related to pancreas. You may think it's a little useless organ, but that guy, he does a lot. And then, just behind it, we have your bladder. Here, in the center, we have your lymphatic system. And this one is actually a bit different from all the other points that we have seen before, because it's not really a point, but more of a line. So we'll go there and massage it like this. And on the same line, but on the other side, we have your reproductive system. And here we have the sciatic nerve. That is a real pain for a lot of people. So it may be important to learn how to treat it. Here we have your hips and thighs, and here we can go with your fingers, because it's as a bigger area, it's very big, so it's actually different from a small area such as this one. So here we go. So just relax, really. As you can see, there is nothing to be worried about. And at the end, I will of course give you a chart with all the information I'm teaching you, so that you can repeat that at home. We will just continue on this other hand, you know. And we just said that here we have hip and thighs, and a bit kidneys. Actually, it's a bit on the inner of the palm. Here we have your kidneys. They are so important. It's actually a little oval. Not all the parts have the same shapes, but here there are your kidneys. We have your liver, which is just here. So your kidney was here, and here we have your liver. And it's a bigger area, as you can see. So it can be easily massaged with your fingers. And here we have your arm and shoulders. Here we have your solar plexus. And this can be it's a small spot, but this can be very comforting to massage when you're having a panic attack or you feel anxious. And here we have your chest, lungs, and of course breast. And it's a very big area, so you may need 2 fingers. Okay, so it was a pleasure for me to be with you today. Of course, this is just an introduction, but I hope that you can benefit from it. Okay? Okay, so it was a pleasure for me to be your doctor today, and I hope to see you soon.